Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It's a beautiful, beautiful Saturday night. We're here live with part 2 of Alien: Heart of Darkness. We have an amazing cast, everything's kicking, and we're about to see what goes bump in the night. So, we're going to jump right into this. I'm going to point out my cast. They're going to introduce themselves, tell you who are playing today and who they are. And yeah, we'll kick this off. Alright, we're starting from the bottom. Now we're here. Paula.
Hey, it's me. I'm Paula Hawthorne. You can find me at Art and Audio on Twitter. I'm doing a bunch of cool stuff, which you'll hear about at the end if maybe I can announce it. And I'll be playing Dr. Lark, an android psychologist.
And we'll go straight across the overlay to Zoe.
Hi, I'm Zoe. You can find me at _firetruckthis on Twitter or at firetruckthis on Instagram. I couldn't get it for both, whatever. I will be playing Birger Hedenstrom, a tall Swedish scientist.
The tall Swede, as you like to say.
The tall Swede.
Yeah. All right, and it's a bop to the top. Brandy.
Hi everybody, I am Brandy Rose, aka at the Brandy Rose on Twitter or /cutestpatoot on Twitch and on TikTok. Brandy, I think it's Brandy Rose Official on Instagram. Could not get my branding consistent. It's fine. You can find all of my projects mostly on Twitter. You can also follow my podcast network at Patoot Podcasts. And today I'm going to be playing our wonderful Russian astrophysicist, Dr. Drabikowski.
I got the phrase Brandy branding in my
People
head
get
now.
that. People do. People say like, "Oh, Brandy, that's on brand."
Oh, hiss.
Tomato, tomato. Okay.
And we've held her hostage for 6 episodes, but she still keeps coming back. Adelaide.
You know, a little bit of a masochist here, I guess. Yeah, I'm Adelaide Gardner, or Adelaide on Twitter and everywhere else, and I am playing Captain Allie Luger Wilson. No relation.
No relation. It's fine. They won't look into that. They're not that smart. Or maybe they are. Who knows? Alright, and I am your game mother today. It's not game master, it's a game mother because this is Alien and we play by those rules. My name is Nick.
So, mommy? Sorry, mommy?
That's what they said.
Sorry.
God damn
Mommy?
You know how many times I've been called game mommy? At least twice, and that's still, it doesn't get any easier. But yeah, Nick, he, him. You can find me at Nobleman Nick. I'll plug all my stuff at the end. But for now, let's get to the main reason we're here. When we last left the crew of the Setarina, who had just landed on the station Erebos, they had quickly become accustomed to this place. A new area, as it will, as they orbited on the razor edge of a black hole. Hell itself had almost come, it seemed. As strange man of creatures, spores, and all manners of things that go bump in the night. Well, in space it's always night. In space you're alone in the cold isolation. And in space, no one can hear you scream. Except for each other. But dying with friends is better than dying alone. As we kind of cut back to the scene we are now, as you see the creature with the elongated dorsal head poking out at you, being almost tamed and held back by this humanoid figure, clad in like silvery black skin, ridges all up and down their arms and legs. You would say they're naked, but you can't see any like distinguishing bottom, no reproductive organs. Everything's flat, like a sort of freakish Barbie doll with this kind of long crested head. And it looks at you, cocking its head to the side. And it extends its hand, almost as if it's beckoning for one of you to step forward.
Fuck it, I'll step forward.
Sorry.
This is a life form. This is a life form.
I do not shoot, but I do punch out my gun at it, and...
So...
What the fuck are you?
I take a step forward.
Okay, cool. So, 2 things happen. It kind of regards your existence. Birger, when you step forward, focusing itself on you, as soon as Allie like has that familiar hitch of the gun pulling out, the deacon does that little like leaning forward as if like detecting it. And you can feel as you get closer, Adrian is hissing.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn to Allie and be like, put the gun a little bit down. I'm not gonna get closer to it, but it wanted me to step forward, and I did. I am going to heed Chonk Boy, who is back. And I'm going to maybe take one tiny step forward. Just
Okay.
one tiny.
So it is asking for your hand, like it is gesturing for you, getting closer and closer. Do you let it touch you? Are you about to? This is first contact right now, you know.
This is first contact, guys. This is the life form. Before I proceed, no harm comes to the cat. Agreed.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's been agreed.
Okay.
I have my gun pointed at Berger's leg.
Almost
Just in
as
case.
creation of man art, just like a finger.
Oh.
Yeah, let's ET it up.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we'll
Where's my gun prop? There.
As you touch fingers, it's almost like a spark of lightning goes through you in a good way. You feel every synapse in your brain begin firing as you start to get images in your head that take a hold of you like a film projector playing a super clear reel superimposed on your eyes. Images of grotesque and morbid beauty flood your mind. A flesh and metal tree twists in a surreal landscape, its bark made of 1,000 writhing faces. Blue sky fades to white, black vines digging into gray soils, birthing a ribbed landscape of swelling bronchi and pulsing aortas. The tree grows ripe and rots. Pollen explodes everywhere, very akin to the pollen that you saw, those spores that sprayed on you just, an hour or so ago. Explodes everywhere, choking off a life, mutating whole forests. The planet's surface becomes a crisscross of wiggling tree limbs, grasping and closing off the sky above them. The world explodes in your minds, Birger. Spiked trees impale other worlds, starting the process again and again. A broken genetic code appears in your head, though, an incomplete formula. One of you knows it. The 26 Dracona strain. You know of it, Birger. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't know before, now it's all you know. A wave of force rolls over the new world. It bears down on you. You give the and you realize this is not a conversation. This is an offer. You give the formula to the perfected. The wave strikes, but grows around you instead of through you, leaving you untouched by its creation. The message is clear. Give this thing to the perfected and be spared. Do not, and die.
So, this is why you touch the alien. First of all. So it's a formula in my head that I'll give it to.
An incomplete formula. Out of game, it is telling you it wants you to find a way to complete this formula.
Oh.
It wants you to find the 26 Dracona strain and deliver it to them.
Is it telling him telepathically?
Yeah, you see this all in your head. It's
Okay.
It's like
So all we see
visions.
is that the alien is touching Hedenstrom.
Yeah, and they're almost, and you could see Hedenstrom's eyes kind of roll to the back of their head as they're
Right.
looking.
Something's happening. Okay.
It almost looks like, but most of you are scholars. It looks like that old statue that's in Rome, the ennui of Mother Teresa with all the flames and everything like that going on. Eyes roll back. It almost looks like Hedenstrom's enjoying themselves too.
They are. This is great. This is peak science, and this is a life form. So, hey,
Have you broken away at
I'm
this
going to
point?
solve it. No, I think I'm still in there. I think it needs my consent.
Well, it actually it ends once it
Oh, it
gives you
ends.
the,
All right.
once it gives you the
Cool.
offer.
Right.
You come back to normal. You like back to reality. Oh, there goes Rabbity.
No mom spaghetti needed. I will take on the challenge. Yeah, I'll do it.
Do you tell the rest of your group? Because you feel like it goes for the rest of your group if you wanted. That's basically like.
Do I tell the rest of my group? No.
Ooh.
What do we see when you separate, though? Like, we're all staring at you at this point, so...
I have a gun on you.
Yeah.
On me? Fuck off.
Yes, in case it like took over you or
Well, yeah.
something, and you went after us.
Yeah,
I have, like,
we
a
are
thing
all
at your
staring.
leg.
Okay,
Smart.
so Bergen Hedenstrom is okay. It wants something. I don't know what it is. But if we get it what it wants, then it will help us get home.
Fuck no.
Are you yourself? Did it
Do I not look
anything
like
to your
myself?
mind?
It showed me every possible past, present life, the cycle of life. It was a very ethereal experience. Something that I can only attribute to what one can see before they die, as the brain is firing off all these synapses. You know how
You are suspiciously calm for someone who has just seen the cycle of life.
it's amazing. This is what we came here to see. This is a life form that we came here to see. I am convinced this is it. This advanced version of man, alien, creature, whatever it is. This is what we've been sent to find. None of you realize our job has just gotten a lot more amazing.
The figure cocks its head towards Allie
Allie, put the gun away.
and offers its hand. As if it recognizes you.
Adley.
Everyone consulting
I'm
their
sorry.
agendas.
I'm consulting my agenda.
It's like, it's like orb pondering. It's like, well, I gotta ponder my agenda for a second.
I am so excited about my agenda. I remembered it from last time. I didn't even need to consult it.
I feel like mine is like small beans compared to whatever y'all are dealing with.
I'm still trying to figure out how to, because my agenda and the personality are so at odds. I'm trying to figure out how to in character pursue it properly.
Oh, also, everyone gains a stress for meeting this thing.
Oh,
Okay.
well, yeah, I that makes
Aw.
sense. I've also gained a stress out of character from meeting this thing.
I've enjoyed myself. It's okay.
I think there's just too
Um,
much physical stress from seeing the cycle of life
And being
and
touched
stuff.
by it. Yeah.
Can I tell at a glance if someone's like dangerously stressed out? Like has a lot of stress marked?
Ooh, so maybe not like you would have to do a roll like a manipulate roll probably for that. But
I can do that.
you could usually tell when someone has probably gone over the edge. Probably not when they're getting close there. But yeah, go ahead and give me a manipulate roll.
Yeah, I'd like to try and be preventative here if possible to
Yeah.
see which of us, if any, are like particularly stressed out. So I'll
Who's
do
about to break?
manipulation
Yeah.
roll. Where is it? There it is. 3 successes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's enough for.
It's all of us.
So who is over 5 stress?
I'm
5 or
at
more.
5.
I'm only at 3.
So only
Oh,
so
I'm
only
stressed.
Hedenstrom looks like they're like
Cracked.
they're starting to crack. Not fully cracked yet. They still got all their eggs.
Well, you know.
Subjective.
I'm
Crack,
gonna
crack, crack,
just
make an omelet.
turn to Dr. Hedenstrom and I'm like, I understand that this is very important to you and it objectively could become a very significant scientific achievement, but we want to make sure that you remain level-headed throughout this process. Is there anything I can do to help you in this moment?
Is there anything that she can do to help me in this moment? Is a wonderful question. I will ask the mother.
I mean, I'm angling an ability. I want to know what Hedenstrom needs from me. Like, I have a thing I'm trying to use, but...
Mommy, please help.
Exactly. Boom. You would know, I mean, are you asking for, like, the mechanical way of, like, how to reduce stress?
Yes. Yeah, I have no idea.
So if you took a break, like a shift, so a shift is a couple hours, you know that Dr. Lark could sit down with you and reduce your stress. Like you reduce stress naturally just by resting in an area that's deemed safe, but Dr. Lark could increase that even.
I mean, I think the way I've read mine is that it doesn't have to necessarily be like a session. It's just once per shift.
Oh, once per shift. So yeah, you can do that. Yeah,
it's an immediate thing. I can just look at you and chill you out. So
would you like to look at me and chill me out?
I'm gonna like stand and do the thing where I stand a little bit too close, and I'm like, is there anything I can do to help? And I reach out and I put my hand on your shoulder. I guess like put my hand on your shoulder, and just like give it a squeeze with like a weird amount of familiarity. Like, can I help you in this moment? You might be happy, but even too happy could be detrimental to us staying focused.
I am going to hug Dr. Lark as like a stress reliever and watch to see if the alien recognizes what a hug is.
So are you hugging me or the alien?
You!
Okay.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in for a really sincere hug.
Okay, roll your command.
Yeah, so I have to roll command and see if I actually succeed at this. What does that mean?
That's very interesting. You got to roll your panic.
So okay.
Give me a D6 plus panic, please. So
you can tell my love isn't sincere.
Is it just the panic word on my sheet?
There's just the word that's just panic, and you're fine.
Okay. I tense up for a second, but I'm good.
So
am I still stressed?
You can reduce your stress by 2. And the perfected, I'm gonna call it that for now. I think that's a good phrase for it. The perfected looks at you and kind of cocks its head, but you get the feeling that it understands what a hug is. You could tell this thing used to be human.
Cool.
But then it puts its eyes back on Allie, though. Like,
I'm gonna give you a nice little pat and then walk away.
Yeah, Allie, while still holding the pistol, slowly lowers her hand while taking a step forward and raising her free one.
And you do the...
Like, very, very slowly and hesitantly, but, like, locking eyes.
Yeah. As soon as it touches, you get the same spark. Eyes roll to the back of your head. Your head goes back. It almost looks like, if anyone's watched Stranger Things, when Vecna takes someone. Yeah. Except they don't float or anything like that. Or all their limbs break. You get a different... So actually, no. You get the same idea, the same vision that Hedenstrom got, but you get a little bit extra. As you hear... you hear a conversation happening. I won't let you get away with this. Mr. Wilson, you don't seem to understand who's in charge here. We're going to bury your files so deep you'll never see the sunlight again. And then you get the distinction, a sign on one of the metal walls of Erebos. Deck B. And then it ends.
I don't think I say anything in response to that. In fact, I think she turns around to leave. Like, if there's an exit behind us or like to the side of us, like
you can walk past the perfected and the creature, and go straight to the chute if you want.
Allie?
Yeah, not like racing, but she's walking with purpose.
Allie?
Did it tell you something different?
Shit.
I will start to
I gotta know.
follow. I mean,
I'm gonna turn to the perfected. Is this where you want us to go?
It gives you a look like you know what we want.
Cool. So I'm gonna follow.
Okay. You are all leaving, and Drabikowski
stop
is
and-
just frustrated and is like torn between something which is not terribly obvious, and is like gritting teeth, but like holds out a hand to the alien, shaking.
I'm gonna stop and watch this.
Okay. It presses its hand to yours, and you get the same vision, but you also get one other little tidbit as well. You see far off. You see Erebos, and then it zooms out, and you see the set arena, and then it zooms out some more, and you can see parked on the edge of space is a lone ship with the UPP insignia sitting there as if waiting.
Are you alright?
I'm
What
fine.
did you see?
Cycle of life bullshit. Then storms off after Ali and Hedenstrom.
I'll take up the rear.
Did I take stress?
You already took stress before.
Just from seeing it?
yeah.
Okay.
Lark, do you look back at it, Doctor, before you leave?
Sure, yeah. Heck
You-
yeah, I do.
You could see the creature kind of going down one of the other path, and you can see the perfected begin to merge into the wall as if it wasn't there. But the last thing you see on its face as it focuses its eyes on you is a smile. Like a knowing smile, like it knows something, but has chosen not to say.
Fun.
Like you're sharing a little cute secret between the two of you. And then
Aww.
My bestie. I'm gonna turn around and yeah, take up the rear for the group.
and something else happens to you, Lark.
Oh, fun. Okay, cool.
Picking on the android.
You hear that you hear a noise that you've been kind of hearing, and I'm gonna give you a card.
Yep, I see it.
Okay, so you all meet up in the. I'm gonna say you meet up in the assembly hall. So the alley has disappeared. You leave the kind of like you go towards the assembly hall. You check the chute, but Allie's gone.
That's concerning.
I remember us discussing before that we all needed to go to Terminal 1. It's the last thing I remember talking about going to there.
Fine, let's go.
Yeah, that's where things originated, right?
I mean, yes, it's where the life forms originated and perhaps where Ellie's... I mean, that was what we discussed earlier while we were in the comms tower, and even so, we do intend to cover the whole vessel, I assume, to get all the
Hedenstrom,
information.
you first.
Yes, send the person without a gun. Alright, I will go first. Because I am a tall Swede, and I will protect you.
Yeah, okay, protection is absolutely why I don't want you at my back, you weird happy scientist. Go.
I
Just
can take
because
up
I
the
love
rear
my
unless...
job.
Nobody loves their job that much. Keep going. We're
As-
next to a black hole. You can't fault me for being a little wary about your sanity.
That's fine. I'm just gonna pet Adrian and keep walking.
Like an evil person in a movie. Yeah, absolutely. Don't mind me and my
before-
long-haired Persian cat.
Look at
As
this
we
girl.
walk... Yeah, go ahead.
Everyone give me a stamina roll as you pass through the assembly
Oh,
hall, as
Lord.
you see the familiar looking hives and things etching across the wall.
Oh,
Nick,
what is it?
Yes.
Stamina?
for the thing I received, will you tell me when that's no longer affecting?
Yes.
Great.
2 successes and a panic.
I think I just failed.
So, Lark is actually still good for this. Lark is still... This doesn't affect you. But...
Okay, great. Love that. I rolled it anyway, just for fun.
Yeah. You need to... Okay.
I keep forgetting how, that I'm not like y'all.
Because I want to live for now.
Let's see what we... Okay, so... Zoe didn't roll anything.
No, I rolled. I think I failed.
Roll
No,
0
completely.
successes.
Ooh. Okay.
That's a good sign.
DMs shouldn't sound happy. It's really alarming.
Not in a game like this, yeah.
Gotta embrace the chaos, guys.
I can't believe we still have 2 radiation. All of us are not getting out of this well.
Do I have 2 radiation? I don't think I do.
Oh no, you're
Nope.
fine. I think
I'm
you can't
gonna
be irradiated.
survive for
Dr.
all of
Lark
us.
doesn't take radiation.
Yeah, you're fine for now.
I am immune to just everything. No one can hurt me.
Cool. I'm
But
giving
yet,
I'm
do you
giving
know
something,
how to
Zoe.
love?
I don't know how to love.
You giving me something?
Yep.
Okay. Can we change something so it's on a line? The type is what I'm asking.
Let me see. Can you type it out to me?
Yeah.
Put it into a message.
Yeah. I would like to replace that.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Sorry,
Thanks.
yes. That's what I figured you're talking about. I just wanted to make sure.
Cool. Yeah,
Okay.
everything else is great. So whatever you would like to replace that with, I'm good.
Yep.
Oh wait, am I supposed to roll panic because I got 1 panic?
No, you're okay with this.
Okay.
Just that.
Great. Sounds good.
Is everyone... I should bring up that... thank you, Dr. Drabikowski, for reminding us we're so close to this black hole. How is everyone feeling?
I'm fine. Doing well.
And so
We gotta keep going.
I've studied that fine usually doesn't mean that literally, but we can check in again later.
I think we have bigger fish to fry than the black hole right now.
Exactly. Let's keep moving.
Okay.
And you know what? That makes everyone give me a 1d6 plus your NDDS roll, please.
So
You're-
just one...
So 1d6 plus your NDDS level.
Okay.
I'm just gonna roll the 1d6. So that's 7 for me.
I am gonna roll in just a second.
5.
Okay, let me just check.
Alright. I got a 2! Nailed it.
Okay, so
Are we trying
2,
for high or low here?
2, 5, and you said 7 for you,
I'm
Lark?
7, yes.
Okie dokie. Let me just consult something very quick, and
Aye.
we'll be good to go. I swear, we'll be fine. All fine, so
I
fine.
think it's a 2. I don't know how many I have. I think I only have NDS 1.
I'm at 1.
Okay, everything's all right. I'm just gonna give Paula another card.
Okay, cool, thanks.
But Dr. Lark,
I am swimming
you
in
know how to
cards,
be
y'all.
human?
I don't know anything about that. I am a robot.
She's becoming human.
And
Oh.
yet you were preserving your life.
I feel like that's just a robot thing too.
This
Like,
Don't think so.
I think I do
okay.
have a sense of bodily safety. They
Self-preservation.
programmed me with that, yeah.
So Paula, just consult the lines and veils before if you ever bring this card.
Oh, I mean, it definitely, the title right there.
yeah, specifically. Okay, thank you.
Cool.
Oh god.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, you head into terminal 1, hoping you'll find the solution to all your problems, the secrets. all your woes.
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, wouldn't it be? So as you're passing, you head into this area that is just full of computers after exiting the junction. It is Terminal 1. You can see it almost looks like a huge computer lab that has just been like kind of modified for research over time. And large wing-shaped areas as well as for receiving ships both internally, and also this is where one of the docking umbilicals, this is where you would have entered into had you boarded the ship normally. But funny enough, there's many interesting things here, and I'm gonna call them out one by one, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing that you see is a computer that is actually blinking, running data, like an equation that has been left behind. Almost coming to life as you pass by it.
Would I recognize any of this data?
You could all recognize... Well, you don't recognize the data, but you can see it's doing some sort of... It's almost like it's running an analysis.
Do I speak robot? Like, can I?
Oh, well, you're all scientists, so you all have the...
Beep boop, beep boop.
Kind of as you,
Beep boop,
like,
beep boop.
look in on this terminal, you can see that it's... The AI, looks like its mother, has been processing an equation that's been postulated to it. Something about a formula serum analysis.
All right. I have a computer kit, so I'm going to see if I can see, because if it's running, then like me fucking around with it's not going to change it from running. So I want to see if I can get back to the like origin of what and why it was started.
Okay, so you're gonna use your computer kit.
Yeah. That's Comtech, right?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a Comtech roll, please.
Please go well.
Come on, science.
Never mind. I have one panic and no successes.
Go ahead and
I
roll with
see
panic.
this and it
You're just like slamming the
messes with me.
keys.
It's basically how I IRL react to too many numbers on a screen.
Yeah.
6.
All right, let me confront the reference sheet, confront the code, as it were.
Do I take stress?
6, you're keeping it together.
Sick.
Manage to keep your nerves in check.
Nice.
I see a lot of numbers. I am overwhelmed.
You do.
And I didn't
Mhm.
work. Yeah. Mhm.
Well, it didn't work great, but you're able to pull some stuff off of it.
Okay.
You pull an audio log.
Oh,
Ooh.
Would you like to play it?
yes.
Are you sure?
Will it be played?
It will be played, yes.
Dr. Lark?
Wait, is it played over the sound share thing?
It has a little
Oh,
speaker
no, I was-
on it.
I was just going to ask you to come over here to help me with something.
Oh, I was staring at you. I was just
Oh,
watching over your shoulder.
well,
so when you
that
turn
is
around, I am
uncomfortable.
there.
Yeah, I
I'm
need you
sorry.
to continue. Is there a download you can have that gives you a concept of personal space? This is a serious question.
I was tasked with observing your behavior.
Yes. Can you observe from a germ safety distance? Anyway, I know you don't have germs. It's the germaphobe coming out. Anyway, I need you.
Whatever makes you comfortable, and I take like 3 deliberate steps back, but I'm still staring at you.
Excellent. Thank you. I need you. I need to listen to something.
Oh, would you
Do
like me to play
you-
another tape?
No, do you have a medical kit on you? Like adrenaline?
I do.
Okay. I have a feeling you might need to use it. So I just need you to be here and ready in case something happens here.
Do you know in detail what might happen, so I know what
No.
to look for?
And I hit play.
Warden ordered core sample of object Drilled through rock and biomatter, flesh struck tempered metallic mass, human-made. Looks like we pulled a ship. This isn't a meteor. Universal power port located will attempt to recharge the object. And you think it goes out, but then it comes back in. Fuck. Station-wide blackout. Object connected to power, and then everything went to shit. Stikes lost his shit. Wix Concrates played Nice No Riot. Power restored. Curie Objects emergency beacon for transpond ID pulse. What is going on here? And then you pull the second thing.
You didn't say two things.
Which is...
Yeah. I'm watching Drabikowski like a hawk right now. So any change in behavior, I'm ready.
I'm just listening.
And I feel, is everyone like leaning in the screen to see?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone's gonna get this.
I have to stay 6 feet away, so I'm a little farther back.
I will
That
lean
was
in because
requested.
I am a tall Swede.
Everyone can open that handout I just gave them.
Okay. Where? Oh, serum analysis?
Ooh.
Who wants to read it?
No, it doesn't open.
That should open.
Do you,
I get
do you
to
need
see
us
it.
to read it out loud, or?
Yeah.
I can read it here for you, Zoe.
Oh, there it
if
is.
you want. Okay,
Oh no, I
hold
found
on.
it.
I hate
I'll
that
read
you
out
called
loud
it
anyway
baby.
because we're all sitting in silence otherwise.
Please.
Serum analysis handout formula incomplete missing living biological component suggestion secure live protoxenomorph stage 2+. Recommendation target Heptopus to tabularium.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Immature squid baby form. Instructions. Bring specimen to medlab. Extract living mutagenic cells from neural gland. Introduce cells to existing formula.
Yo, we're going hunting.
Squid baby.
I should have kept Squid Baby.
The squid baby got it.
I went for it. I tried to grab it.
Yeah. Who's really good at hunting squid baby here?
I haven't.
What status is squid baby hunting?
That is a good point. What stat are we looking for?
Meow.
Oh!
Let him loose! Let him loose!
I mean, who brought you the first squid baby?
That's really a good point. Okay.
That was an
Yes.
excellent storytelling beat, but I hate it.
Okay.
Okay,
I-
so Drabikowski, is
I-
that the end of the transmission?
Yes.
Okay, well, at least we didn't go crazy.
When that transmission ends, I look at Drabikowski and say, "How are you feeling?"
Oh, by the way, everyone's NDDS goes up by 1. Sorry, I should have said that.
What is that?
Something that is probably not good.
Fair enough.
Let me write
I'm
that.
gonna-
Oh, actually,
I'm gonna
yeah,
let
you
the
would-
cat.
You would know, actually, no, you would know what this is, actually. I'm just going to read this out to you, because you would all know what this is. You are near a black hole. So, there's a
We
condition called neurological distortion disorder, the Albasan variant, which is when you are too close to a black hole with the intense effects of gravity, it could actually have an effect on your mind.
That's why I'm here.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Dr. Lark knows that the longer you stay on the station near this black hole, the more
it'll affect us.
Yeah, the more it'll affect us, and the higher chance someone will lose their shit.
So
I'm
wait, that doesn't.
fine.
So this is a weird question. Shouldn't it not affect me because it says in my bio that it's not affecting me, or was that
You're
an
right.
untrue fact that is now true?
It should not have. It shouldn't be affecting.
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Cool. Love that. No, cool. It was a weird question because there's a lot going on.
So, yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
No, I feel great.
Okay. I will check in periodically to make sure all is well.
Where did Adrian find the initial, or where did we initially
It's
find
where we
Adrian?
came in.
Yeah, it was
came in
way
where we
back where
crashed.
the distillery or whatever.
Yeah.
it is.
So I am not gonna let him loose now, but I will when we get back to a main.
Could we
hub.
even? Didn't we is it safe? Because I know that initially we had to like magic save Adrian because we vacuum spaced an area. Is it safe now?
That was a lower area, so that was over in Terminal
Okay.
H. You're now in Terminal G.
So we're all
we could
clear to let the cat out without having to magically save him.
And your air is about 40%.
Well, he has plot armor anyway, so we
That's
should
true.
be fine.
That's true,
Yeah,
that's
he's
true.
got plot armor. Because
I still have my suit on and closed.
I still have my
never
suit on.
Yeah,
closed.
but say air's running out eventually.
It is. It surely is.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
I don't breathe.
All right,
Oh,
all right,
boy.
buddy. Do your job. Find me a
Drunk.
squid, baby.
I'm gonna download these files real quick to my thing to like what we unlocked because collection.
So there is more to this. I'll say more to this area.
Yeah, because that was the first thing, right?
Yeah, and as you're kind of looking around and you're looking at this, like, because it's a huge, like, hangar, you see it.
No.
You see that gravity has kind of shut off here, as you see everyone gain distress, as you see the bodies of 18 dead conscripted convicts floating in rage.
We should notice that.
Yeah,
We're huddled over.
I imagine you're like, this won't be too bad, and you look out the window and they're just floating there. Each of them killed in a similar way to the other. Their neck obviously snapped.
Cool.
Snapped, not like snapped like human snapped, or snapped like ripped off or something snapped.
It snapped like human snap.
Okay, let's keep moving.
No, I would like to just look around if there's anything, because we're probably not going to come back here. So, while we're here.
Yeah, is there the giant like nest egg ship thing?
That's true.
Here.
So,
Oh, yeah.
at the very end, parked at the end of this
That's
deck,
what I'm looking for.
directly under the like entryway, the massive like dorsal like pressure doors that would lead into here, you can see crusted mass with biomechanical tendrils rooting to the deck. The pulsing thing is so big it fairly fits in the bay.
That's cool.
I really noticed these in a weird order.
We really are. We were like, math,
It was
dead
like
bodies,
Computer
giant egg.
bodies, and then like this giant thing. Yeah, it's great.
Dr. Lark,
Yeah.
Oh.
the thing in your head, it starts to beat faster when you see this thing.
Wait, get worse? I thought it was supposed to get better.
It does get better for you.
Okay, so the thing that goes away. Great.
Well, you get something else.
When your name
Y'all,
gets
I'm
called by
suffering.
Nick, it's like getting called on by the teacher when you weren't paying attention.
Yes.
Oh, is it? Oh, there's another one. Okay, I see.
I would like
Give
to
me a
sample
second.
the egg.
Oh, no. Oh,
We
I
gotta
hate your
solve the
job.
science.
I hate your job.
And you
a
can
great
see growing out of it, it's like attaching to itself to the deck. And you notice that the hive part of this is starting to seep into this room even more.
Okay. I'm gonna start walking towards it.
Ugh, I
I'm
take several steps
also-
back.
I'm gonna also start walking towards it, because...
Cool,
Science.
you two get killed.
Okay.
Have fun.
Then you can
I have-
you can be alone. Then you can be alone on the station.
You know what? I would trust myself to take care of myself better than you and whatever the black hole is doing to your head with your circle of life bullshit.
I put my hand on it.
Oh, now you'll go up to the alien, but when it's attacking me, okay.
It's a rock versus it.
It speeds up the heartbeat.
That's disgusting.
I push
Ugh.
on it.
You
Is
feel
it
like
like is it a rock? Is it
it's
I
a
thought
sh-
it was like this gelatinous thing.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
it.
flesh, but you can feel there's something solid underneath. And then
I have a kit. I'm ready to collect.
something grabs your hand, Dr. Lark.
Okay.
As you turn, and
Oh,
you
from like
oh
okay,
yeah,
yeah,
from
go
the
ahead.
side. You turn and you see a what looks to be a prison guard, but obviously very not. It is a working Joe, a synthetic android that has probably been used as one of the correction officers, has grabbed you by your hand very tightly.
is trying to stop me.
Yes, you
Or
must return
hold
to
my
yourselves
hand?
immediately. You must return to yourselves immediately. Prisoner, state your identification code. Prisoner, state your identification code. Prisoner, state your identification code. It seems on the fritz a little bit.
A little bit.
I'm gonna try and. Oh man.
I would like to kill it.
Yeah, I would like to just. I would with the. Sorry, things changed on my character sheet a little bit. Can I just try and like squeeze the hand back and be like, I'm like you, like I'm not a prisoner, I'm an android.
Are you? Oh yeah, you're trying to empathize with it. Are you
Sure.
manipulating or are you commanding?
Who? I'll command.
Okay.
And ignore the yellow because I screwed up. 3 successes.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, you look at it, and you see 3 more of these correction androids start to come from the shadows, but it looks, and then almost like it checks, it rears its head and checks your neck. And looks. Guests, we must bring you to the warden immediately. It is dangerous for you here. Please follow us in a safely and timed manner. And then one goes up to Drabikowski. We must check you for we must scan you for prisoner identification. Scan you for prisoner identification.
Can I shoot it?
Yes, you should.
Shoot it.
You want to shoot,
Shoot it.
All right, roll
Shoot
with
it.
close combat. Roll me that panic roll. 1d6 panic, please.
Stressful situation.
6.
You keep it together.
Oh boy.
We're getting so close. What's
What's
the damage on that?
I don't know.
If you look on your sheet, it should say the damage of the pistol.
Oh, I was like, damage I take? I was like, I thought I survived.
No, you're fine.
Yes. 1 bonus, 1 damage, medium range. So 1 damage, I'm assuming.
Okay, yep, because you didn't score any extra. Yeah, you do 1 damage to this thing as it looks at you, and it immediately looks pissed the fuck off.
Ah! Lark! Control your fucking compatriot!
I must check you for prisoner identification. Prisoner is
They're
resisting.
associates.
I'm gonna say because you got 3 successes, it slows them for a second. And then, as it gets close to you, Drabikowski, it looks at your neck,
Stay away from
pulls
my-
back, non-prisoner. And then one goes for Hedenstrom.
My hair is down and my helmet's on, and I'm gonna fucking book it. Y'all can have fun in this shit.
Where are you running to? Are you running into the ship? Or are you running back?
Oh yeah, where am I?
This is an excellent question. I constantly lose where we are on the map every 5 seconds.
Yeah, I will say this is a very difficult place to visualize. Where?
Sorry, I'll put you. This
Okay,
is where you actually are.
I have so many cards, I just can't even see the map.
So you get
I
the.
actually can't see it anymore either. Oh, yes, there it is.
I'm here. Okay.
So they're like kind of blocking you off, but you could run through them and go back into the junctions. Or, if you really want to, the ship is right here.
Wait, what ship is this?
The biomechanical ship.
The squid.
Oh yeah, we're going in.
Yeah,
aren't
that's what
you
that's what I'm
following
trying
your
to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the biomechanical ship. I'm gonna get away from them.
I'm following.
Great. I follow also.
So the correction officers begin to chase you.
Oh!
Halt, you must fight for your safety. Halt, you must fight. And then something fucking wild happens. As you hear something tackle one of the corrections officers, ripping it apart almost on impact, as you see the creature from before.
Which before?
The creature that it was petting before.
That's
Okay,
my
okay.
buddy.
It goes so it looks at the 3 of you as you're running away and looks back as almost and sits in front of the ship. Almost like it is a guard dog.
Oh, that's my
I'm-
boy coming back. It's a real one.
And something that you
I'm going in
probably
there.
can get, and Drabikowski probably because it's seen the vision and seen the offer, and so does Hedenstrom. You realize that you probably are safe as long as you're working towards the thing it wants.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, no, that thing will eat us alive if we
Is
don't.
that what I've been doing?
That's what Hedenstrom
That's
thinks.
what it looks like.
That's what I think you're
That's
doing.
what
That's what I'm
Hedenstrom
trying
I
thinks
to
you're
do.
will
doing.
keep it
What?
that way.
Why are you not doing? What are you doing?
It's okay.
Anyway,
you
as
don't-
long as we don't have to deal with any more androids. Dr. Lark's the only android that we need.
Yeah.
All the other ones creep me out.
Good.
No, Lark creeps us out also. All right. Yeah, Drabikowski sees this and gets this impression and is just continuing on.
Great. I get to move us to a new map now.
Yay.
Yeah.
As you pass by and you see the ship, the USCSS Charon, one part of the USCSS Kronos.
Oh, that was the other file that we saw, right?
Mm-hmm.
That we didn't get to fully uncode.
Oh, you're not there. I don't like it.
Okay.
You're in the
let
main
me see.
airlock.
Spacesuit lockers. Because we're running out of oxygen slowly, I would like to check the spacesuit lockers to see if there are new suits whose oxygen tank we can switch out.
Okay.
That's a
With
really
ours.
good idea. I'll go with you.
Oxygen deprivation is no joke.
Nick,
Yes.
was the thing I was looking for this whole thing, or is there a second degree of searching?
No, you feel like you're under the effects of that last card as long as you're in this area. In this ship.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool.
Is the name of the scenario starting to make a little more sense to you?
I mean, it made sense when I got the first card
Okay.
that you gave me. I will say, I have 6 active cards, so this is a lot.
This is yeah. This
Woo.
game-
I don't know how many y'all got.
One.
I still have only my 2 agendas.
I'm about to say
I have 2
Brandy is
agendas
doing a
and
great
4
job.
story cards.
Brandy is so far hasn't been injured, hasn't gotten any negative effects, has been doing good on the rolls.
Oh yeah, I am 1 hit point away from needing CPR.
I have a med kit. Oh, you have to
Yeah,
get
You have
I
to
have
be
to.
locked.
Yeah, I have to be broken.
You have to be.
To be fair, I'm only 1 stress point away from 5. So.
I can heal you
same.
on that.
Oh, that's
How
true.
long
Well,
is a shift?
Shift's a couple
How long-
hours.
Oh,
You have to
later.
You have to hunker down for a bit. So as you enter in here, this kind of looks like a ship at one point. You could see it was a ship at one point. You've known by studying diagrams of the heart what certain parts look like, and this seems to almost be like the cardioid valve. The airlock itself that you entered into looked like a fleshy heart valve, irising open to expel gases. You have your
Never suits on.
suits on. Awesome.
Yeah, we do.
But
As-
also, we want to change the oxygen tanks if they have any.
Yep, and I'm gonna explain what I'm looking for that right now.
Oh boy.
As the spores are blasting around you, but you're in your tips, so you're okay. And as you look into where the spacesuit lockers are, seems that all looks like they're all gone.
Ah, of course.
Question actually.
Yes.
I don't breathe.
You have your
Was
suit
I
on.
given oxygen, and is it depleting?
You probably weren't given oxygen, but you've been fine so far.
Cool. I was just wondering if I could give my oxygen tank to one of them at least, but
I wonder if you would. Yeah, it probably wouldn't even have one because you would wear the suit
Yeah,
for
you just wear the suit.
appearances.
Yeah.
yep.
So
I
people
do it
don't
to
get
make y'all feel
nervous.
comfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you
It's
stand
a
this close.
separate
You're
thing.
with the suits on. If you're in our space, that means every time you're over my shoulder, there's a clunk of the fucking
Yep.
helmet.
I think I took the helmet off. I think I've been
Boy.
keeping it off because it
It's-
doesn't matter. And face to face is the easiest way to empathize. So I want y'all to see my face.
It's
We're
just-
both in
it
hell.
I was
actually,
trained.
It harkens back to something said in Aliens, where the android bishop is eating food with them, and they're like, "Why do you need to eat? You don't even eat food." And they're like, "Oh, it makes all you feel more comfortable if I eat food
Yeah.
with you."
Yep.
Oh boy.
So I'm guessing you're heading forward into the conference room.
Are there computers
Yeah.
anywhere? That I can see.
Let's see. As you enter into the conference room, yeah, the large room kind of opens up with this thunderous thumping. You can hear skittering sounds echoing across the chamber. Their sources unseen. You could see at one point maybe there was computers here, but it has been overgrown with that biomechanical mass. There is just the open office, which was once probably a little like galley area to sit. You see it's clustered with these dangling pods that are suspended upon the ceiling. The open area, though, you do see the bar is still relatively left intact.
Bar?
Like the alcohol?
Yeah.
Well, actually, is there any alcohol, like high proof alcohol, like vodka?
Yeah, there
drink,
is
though,
an unopened bottle, probably dated
Okay.
for 100 years now, of mezcal.
Disgusting. Okay.
With the like worm larva still in it.
Disgusting. I'm going to go over to where there might be, like, on the computer. Would I be able to tell where there might have once been, like,
Oh yeah.
USB port or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. It's just overgrown with this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's a disinfectant. It cleans things. You never know. At a distance, I'm going to crack the bottle open, dump the larva out because ew. And they're dead anyway. And I'm going to like throw, like, splash alcohol at this area, see if it, I don't know, makes it disintegrate or go away or whatever. At a distance. So.
Alcohol doesn't seem to have an effect.
Shoot. Well, ooh. No, can't do that in space. Too dangerous. No fire. Well, no.
I mean, there's
Well,
oxygen
no.
here. You could if you wanted to.
Can I at
A
least
tiny
sample
fire.
some of it?
Can I-
Well, Hedenstrom, take your pick. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's
I
all over the
know.
place.
I know.
I will. Ugh.
How big are the pods?
Yeah.
Aw. Okay.
Where's the cat?
Oh, I let the cat go.
Oh, so
The cat's
can we?
gonna come
We
back
can't
with-
see it or anything. Oh,
The
we're
cat's-
just not following the cat. The cat's on a mission.
Yeah, the cat's on a mission.
I
Okay.
gave
Cat's
the cat
doing
mission.
a side quest for us.
Adrian's
I love
doing a side
that.
quest.
You look out, the
That's
cat
so
and the
cool.
xenomorph are like they're playing patty cakes.
Yeah. the
so
only
cute.
character guaranteed for survival.
To
Hey,
be-
Nick.
Well-
yes.
Can I whisper something to you on Roll20? Would that work?
Yeah, or you can message me on Discord, whatever you want for.
Let me do that, because if I whisper on Roll20, it might show up in the overlay.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
don't need that.
it would show up on the overlay. Yeah. I just said.
I'm gonna- I would like to cut down one of the pods.
I will set a small area on fire. Very controlled. I will call Lark over to me to be able to put it out. Just small controlled fire around USB port.
That's amazing. In the name of science, let's fucking go.
I need access to port.
We're cutting and firing.
This is going to kill me.
Yes,
Probably.
Ah!
maybe. Who knows? As you we're gonna do the fire first. As you actually go to the and start lighting this on fire, like you start a little fire, you can see the flesh begins to burn off and basically almost yield back like it's alive and afraid.
Afraid?
And you notice that that like before when Allie cut the thing and acid splashed out, that does not happen when you light it on fire.
So I don't have access to port. It's still covered.
Well, no, so you finish that and you see the little USB port be unfilled as you basically
it-
burn the crisp off. But when that happens, you can, and like Hedenstrom is trying to grab the pods almost like in reflex begin to shake.
I stick USB port in very quickly.
And then something pops out of the pod and attacks Hedenstrom. As you see, and I'm just gonna say what they call them in
It's so
it.
funny.
They call them wombats.
Yo! Awesome!
Someone better
That's
scream because
great.
I'm not paying attention. I'm on the other side.
I
of the
am
room.
on. I have a helmet, and I will probably scream in the helmet.
They are. I'm gonna find a
No, I
picture.
must scream.
You know, bats are dope. So,
Stranger Things has put me off of them. I am done.
you can just call me Batman.
They look like this.
Where are we gonna?
I'm gonna post it in our Discord. Yeah.
Okay.
Good, it'll get the squid baby off. Ah,
That one.
Was that better, Brandy? Did that?
I don't think it's better.
it
was
was
your
better.
palette?
It was
I'm
because
getting
this is a
attacked by
painting.
vaginas.
If that's what you think they look like, that is concerning.
What do the kids
It's
say
a
now?
flying
Batsissy?
vagina.
They
Like,
don't usually have teeth.
Well, you haven't seen the movie Teeth.
Okay.
Don't
see that
All
movie,
right.
by the
All
way.
right. All
Don't see
right.
that movie.
I have a B-movie podcast. You can't say shit like that to me and then tell me not to watch that movie.
Enjoy it.
Oh my
It's a
god.
lot.
The bat kind of looks at you and yeah, it's going to give you a mobility roll.
I'm assuming you mean me because
Yes.
it is on me. It's on my helmet.
I was trying to get on your helmet.
Oh, good. Let's get out of here with mobility.
Roll me a panic roll, which is very.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would be panicking. I think I am right now. I gotta get this womb off of me. All right, I'm gonna panic. Do you want me to panic twice?
No, roll.
Oh
just
my
roll me a-
god.
You keep it together, but for how long? As this
Not
thing is
well.
gonna make an attack on you.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna faint because I only have one thing left. I don't really want to die by vagina bat, guys. It's not how I imagined.
wait, how much stress do you have? Like total?
4.
Like, sorry, the amount you could potentially take.
Oh, I could potentially take. Oh no, I have 5. I could potentially take 5 more.
Okay, cool. I was curious.
Let's see what happens. I just need 1 success. Oh boy. It's gonna deal 2 damage to you. Is that gonna break you?
Yeah, I'm broken.
Okay,
What do
can
I
I?
do?
Is that
So,
where I come in?
well, something happens first.
Oh, great.
It automatically tells me what it actually inflicts.
It's for science.
Yeah, there we go. Wow, the entire game I've been waiting to do this to someone. The entire game.
Aren't you glad it's me?
You know what? I'm glad we could do it now. I'm glad me and you can share this special moment together because I think I know what this critical injury is going to be.
Do I become Batman?
Oh god.
Sure. Yes.
Oh, no!
Who knows?
I didn't mean for that.
Is this a card? Is this a secret? Or
Can you send me a card?
No. I'm just reading this one out to you. There's no
you're
card.
just gearing up?
There's no god
card
here.
for my inevitable. Oh,
Concussion. Mobility -2.
okay.
Yikes.
Because specifically what it does is it's smother attack. Any damage that inflicts critical injury 16. The squid baby, not the squid baby,
The wombat.
the wombat, is attempting to get onto you. As if it's trying to, latches onto you and you fall to the ground as it's almost trying to, you can feel like,
Did it
push
crack your
something-
helmet?
Yeah, it cracks through that helmet.
Okay.
Shit.
Ugh, the horror. Well, I can't do anything, I'm assuming, because I am
You
red.
shout or scream because if you do those things,
I
I'm
did.
running over.
No, I was screaming before when it first
Okay,
popped
I'd like
out.
to run over with my med kit, but if it's still attached to your face, I feel like we should deal with that first.
Well, I can't shoot it off, and I can't burn it without burning the Swede.
I'm just gonna grab it and pull it off if I can.
Good
just
for you. I will stay with the computer.
Okay, it's gonna be an
Yeah.
opposed check. That's fine. So this is actually
Okay.
this is not like a face hugger type thing. I misread. I thought I was gonna be able to do this to you, but no, it's fine.
We're all bummed now.
Not yet.
No.
I mean, you are the GM, so I feel like
No.
if you want-
Something
I
else
have
is
to
about
be
to happen.
reunited with Adrian.
Okay. Can I? So, am I not ripping it off his face?
It's
No,
it's
you
still,
can.
Yeah, it's still trying
You
to
can get it off
suffocate
me.
you.
Then yeah, can I make my roll? When am
Yeah.
I rolling?
Close combat.
Thanks.
Thank goodness I have a bonus. 1 success.
Yay.
No successes. You get it off.
And then med kit right after. Just start
Thanks.
patching you. Because if
Alright.
it shattered the helmet, there's glass shards and all this stuff.
Yeah, it's taking a second, and then you hear another cry, and out of the same like uteropod, you hear a. As you see a little squid baby start to dart across the room.
Cat.
Get the squid baby. Damn, I shouldn't have released the cat.
Wait, do we need the squid baby alive?
Can I grab it? I know you're trying to shoot at it. I think we.
I haven't tried yet. I was just
Has
asking, like, do we know if we need it alive or not?
You have a feeling you probably
then
need. Yeah,
We
sure.
do. I remember.
I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna try to grab it.
All right, roll me another
Grab
close
it.
combat. You can both try to roll close combat. If
Can
you
I
want.
do mobility, like agility check, or is
I'm
it
still
close
at the
combat?
computer trying to get shit.
It would be close combat because you're trying to grapple it.
Okay,
Get the
that's fine.
squid.
I fucked up.
Wonderful.
Okay,
I'm rolling
well, if you-
7 dice. I should not be getting failures.
It darts out of your hand.
But that means Adrian can grab it later.
Well,
When
we're
he
gonna go.
finds it.
We're gonna go back to Drabikowski.
Well,
Drabikowski. So you're plugging your
yeah, I plugged my USB in. I did not move. I let Lark go over to Hedenstrom because I
You
figured
hear
I can't
all
help
this
anyway.
chaos behind you, and you're just like, whatever.
Yep, focused.
You pull up some data. The data specifically is you pull up the cryosleep logs. Cryosleep chamber 1, deceased. Cryosleep chamber 2, deceased. Cryosleep chamber 3, deceased. Cryosleep chamber 4, alive. Cryosleep chamber 5, deceased. Cryosleep chamber 6, deceased. Years in cryosleep, 95 years.
One of them is still alive? Like right now? Like this is an active
Yeah.
log of like right now?
Number 4.
Okay, I'm looking at the map.
Lucky number.
Looking at the map. Ooh, astrophysics lab, nice. So we are in the conference hall. I would
Yeah,
have
go
to
to
go
cryos.
through lock C over D, right? In order to get around, there's no direct way through the office.
Yeah, you
I have to go like this, like circle.
You have to go through C to D, and then loop around. So you have to go through the astrophysics lab.
That's okay. I take off running at this because if somebody else here is alive, that is the ultimate like wealth of knowledge and potentially help. So I'm booking it out
Okay.
towards cryosleep thing.
And then in the meantime, Dr. Lark, you're repairing. You're not
Yeah, I just sort
repairing.
of lean over Hedenstrom. I'm like, "Are you good? Are you
Yeah.
okay?"
Did you heal me?
I'm saying that like as I'm pulling out the med
Yeah,
kit because I started and then I ran to try and grab the squid. So I'm
Oh,
coming
It's,
back.
yeah, it's gonna
No,
take a couple minutes.
Henderstrom's gonna go. Did you get the squid?
I did not. Are you okay? Are you bleeding out? Are you injured? What's happening?
I am definitely not doing well, but other than that, I'm fine. We need to make sure that we get the squid. Where's Adrian?
I don't know. And I'm gonna remove your helmet because it's useless right now, and start working on that. And Lark does seem a bit distressed by the whole situation for sure.
You will notice that I have like little dots in my sclera and like the white part of my eyes.
They're just floating in there. Drabikowski,
Can I glean anything from that?
we're gonna go back to you for a second because you have some big
Wait, am I
stuff
healed?
that's happening. Well, we'll see.
It's in progress.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
in progress.
There's no potions here.
The no potion sellers. Not that you.
I
Can
have to
even
I have
afford.
to do surgery. Like, give me a second.
It's fine.
So Drabikowski, as you're checking your PDT, your little like hand computer, some of the data that also transported was also a more like a communications array.
Okay.
And you pick up, is it an SOS? Yeah, and I'm gonna give you what you pick up.
Yay, do I get a card?
You do indeed get a card.
I get a card.
Ooh. Y'all get fun cards. I get like
This is
your
my
eyes
first
are
card.
messed up.
Would you
Network
like? Do you want to It's up to you whether you want to read that to the class.
Let me read it real quick. When was this sent?
Very recently.
Are we the team mentioned? Like, would I know that?
This seems like this comes from home. Like home.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
What's
Awaiting acknowledgement. I have a question I'm gonna ask you in Discord real quick.
Yes.
Because my reading comprehension is piss poor.
While you do that, I'm gonna have a moment here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I see your eyes, and I'm working on your face, and I'm just gonna roleplay while we deal with this. Dr. Hedenstrom, and like leans in like I'm sharing a secret. I have a question for you, and I'm actively healing you, so you're like, that's happening.
Yes. How can I answer your question? You really do have to work on your personal space skills.
I find I do need to be close to your face while I'm sewing it up, but I don't know how much farther. Like, we'll try to like extend my arms fully while I do this. What is it when you feel like a burning sensation on your chest? I don't feel like I'm injured.
Heartburn?
Maybe. I don't eat.
Maybe burning, like a rash.
Inside.
Nice. Okay.
Like
The
I
android
feel the
has
need to
heartburn.
run.
Fear.
What?
So fear, something will happen that you don't want to happen, and you're worried about the consequences of it when it does happen. So you want to get away from that happening.
That doesn't feel possible.
Dr. Lark, you are a marvel. Are you becoming human?
I'm not human.
I know. I'm just teasing. Can you finish sewing up my face, please?
Yes, could you not mention that to Drabikowski?
Drabikowski and I don't really speak, so there's nothing to mention.
Excellent. I am sure she may shoot me if she knows this. And I will do the thing if I need to roll anything for medkit.
Don't worry, I'll shoot you regardless.
I know, it's like, is sentience going to make it worse or better?
Probably
Damn.
worse.
Like, I really don't know. Yeah, Nick, is there a skill check for the medkit, or is that
Yeah, medical
is
aid.
that automatic? Oh yeah, medical aid. I do have that.
That would make sense.
3 successes.
You heal 3.
I am restored! The Swede stands taller.
And I do it all from like arm's length distance, so my face isn't up against yours.
I appreciate your respecting of my personal space.
You're getting better at
prioritize my
that.
patient's comfort.
She really is.
Listen, I have the highest empathy of this group. Even pre all of this shit.
That is very fair.
I was
So-
programmed to be more put together than you.
As Drabikowski enters into the
Yes.
the astrophysics lab, you could see this has turned into almost like an unstable ventricle. The fleshy chamber is just contracting and expanding, like it's pumping blood, almost like breathing.
Disgusting. So as to what we just talked about, from my thing, can I communicate from my computer that I have?
Yeah.
I'm going to send something that I'm going to write in the Discord right now, basically like kind of what I'm going to write.
In the private Discord? Or the group
Yeah.
chat?
Okay. I mean, if you want to, I feel like we could separate metagame if you want to. But that's up
Okay.
to you though.
Yeah, so no, because it's part of my agenda.
No,
Okay.
do your thing. Zoe and I can role play for a bit more if we
Yeah, we can roleplay. That's
we
totally
need a
fine.
minute.
All right,
Do
go
you
ahead.
want to just chat for a second,
Yeah.
the two of you, while I finish
Yeah.
typing this out?
Yeah, no problem. Ooh, okay. Actually,
Yeah, do you have some agenda stuff to take?
well, I have agenda stuff, but I think I kind of am working towards that very, very sincerely.
Everyone's working towards the weekend.
Towards 1 and 2, because apparently 1 came up. I'm wondering where I really am wondering where Adrian went. Not because I love that cat, because who doesn't love a cat, but because
Can we
They
like
will
make a
probably
goal
be-
for Adrian to catch
Yeah,
this
it'll
swim?
Oh,
probably be
Adrian's doing
tracking
something. No
swim.
worries. Adrian's doing
Okay,
something.
Adrian's got a
Sure.
thing. Okay, cool.
Okay, well that's fine.
What do
So
you
what did you feel when you touched it?
when I touched the outside of this?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just felt, well, it felt like a heartbeat, but more of an environmental heartbeat. Like it's alive.
Doctor, like, do you have any like medical tape on you that I could borrow?
Sure, yeah.
Hedenstrom's gonna take the tape and then just like take a huge chunk of it and just realizing that the helmet is off, slap it on the back of his neck. Thanks.
What?
I had a cut back there.
Why do you have a cut back there?
Well,
What
when the helmet shattered, the glass went in.
Would you like me to take a look?
Nah, it's totally fine. I just need to patch it up with some medical tape. But thank you. You really are truly the most empathetic of us. So.
Well, that was the intent, I believe. I was told that this group was a bit focused, so I was added. At least that's not what I was told.
Yeah, we are a very focused bunch.
I'm worried about Drabikowski.
Well, what else is new? She's
Well, I'm
Drabikowski.
worried she will shoot me before we have a chance to leave the ship.
We can't let that happen because you're the only one who apparently has a med kit. And because you are an interesting being that I enjoy.
Wow.
Well, one of those can be lost and reclaimed by you, so if the medkit is the most important aspect of me, which I think to Dr. Drabikowski it is,
Nice.
The weight of my life feels a bit in her gun-wielding hands, so
I will not let her kill you. And you will not let any of the other androids near me. Does that sound like a good plan?
Is that a promise?
That is a promise. You know, sometimes humans like to do a thing where they hold out their pinkies and they touch their pinkies, and that means that they're promising. And if you break that promise, it is like illegal.
Oh, and when you're holding out your pinky, I'm gonna just hold mine out and tap it like this.
I'm so glad that I
that
I needed
works.
this one.
That works. Let me show you. And Hedenstrom's gonna link
Yeah,
pinkies, and they're gonna do a pinky promise. And you gotta go, I swear.
I swear.
Pinky promise.
Yeah.
No, you gotta say it. Pinky promise.
Pinky promise.
Oh my god.
All right. So you keep them away from
Right.
me, and I keep the Russian on
Wow.
on ice.
Wow.
Excellent. Thank you.
The Russian.
You let us role play.
I know, and it was
That's what
excellent.
happened.
It was so perfect.
Oh, I definitely forgot how to pronounce your name.
Oh
so
my god.
I have it written
Oh.
down. Do you see I look down right before I say it every time? It's on a piece of paper.
So
I go with the chaos.
this was something that is definitely meant for everyone to be there for, but I think it's hilarious that Drabikowski is just there alone.
Oh no.
So
We're catching up eventually. We're just covering.
I was booking it is the problem. Yeah.
We
I mean,
forged an
I got
alliance.
my
Eventually.
I sent my message and I got my response, and Drabikowski gets a response and is very pleased with how her little manipulation seems to be playing out. Pockets it again and continues on to the astrophysics lab. I assume is where I'm at now, fully.
you actually get through that. I'm gonna say
Oh, nice. Mhm.
you're able to kind of Indeed, what you need to do there. As you enter into cryosleep, you can see what?
What a bitch.
Uh,
That's amazing.
that there are like the veins growing on the doors, but when you open the doors into the cryo chamber, it is completely intact and devoid of any of this biomechanical. Out of the 6 capsules that should be here, 5 are inoperative. Only 1 is online. Sorry.
Are they see-through?
1 is missing, 4 are inoperative, 1 is online. They are see-through. You can see a perfectly preserved human male lies nude in it. The name on the display... See, this would be great if Adelaide was here, because this is a callback, but to any viewers, this is Captain Eric Strauss of the USCSS Kronos.
And it's been 95 years that they've been in cryosleep.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Okay.
And you can see there's a little medical chart. And kind of reading through here, you can see one of the first crew members infected with what is known as neomorphic spores that they successfully tested the 26 Quadracona strain on. Scans showed that the strain was active in his bloodstream before he was put to sleep. His pulse is in tune, and the fusion reactor hums and lights on the station.
The medical chart, is it electric or is it paper?
It's paper.
I'm going to set it on fire. Small
All
one,
right.
just burn out.
You're a pyro.
Always. No, I just destroying. So is there anywhere else where it says that he has the strain in him that I can see?
Just that.
Okay, well. Okay. I'm going to... Let's see. With the cryo chambers, is there any way to interact with the body? Like, medically, is there a way to, like, interact with the body, take any kind of anything from it before I wake it up?
No, you would have to wake it up.
Damn. Okay. Well, we're waking him up.
Okay. Shh, and I'll let you two know when you walk in.
Easy there, Captain. Drop my accent for a second.
I'm alive?
You are.
Yeah. Are we still in 26 Patronus? Please say we're still on the planet.
What? Are we? No, right?
No,
We're
that
on
thing
a-
got
we're not
swallowed
on
up by the
planet.
black hole.
Yeah. All right. Not quite on planet. No. But it's been a long sleep for you, Captain. I would go easy. We just woke you up, because you are needed. However, first I need to take some vitals. Is there any kind of medical stuff nearby, like something where I can take his blood or something?
Yeah, you could take his blood like a
Okay,
syringe.
so I'm just going to ask him, please, calm, deep breaths, let yourself come out of cryosleep. I'm going to take quick blood sample, make sure vitals are okay.
You don't
I am
understand.
Dr. Drabikowski.
There are monsters on this station.
We know. This area has been isolated from the monster. So as you can see, that has not been able to get in here so far. That is also why we woke you up, so that we can see if you can come with us and escape. Now, if you would please hold still, and I'm going to take tiny blood sample to pocket in my shit.
And he lets you take the blood sample. He like grabs onto you. You need to listen to me. The perfected, they're real humans.
What do you mean, real human?
They are advanced. When the Kronos left 26 Draconis, it jettisoned the science module lab, which was the Charon, which is what we're on right now. And we were infected. I tried to keep that ship from leaving orbit so it would die with all of us here. Because this strain, whatever it is, will infect everything. We got trapped in the black hole. It's
Oh, does that mean...
like time.
So you are infected with...
26
And like
Draconis.
I've pocketed the thing, and I'm like, oh, perhaps we can move. Okay, wait. Can you lay back down for me real quick? In pod.
You need to listen really quick. I need lay closer. If an infected person stays infected long enough on a long enough period, which the black hole sped up, they enter into a cocooning phase, and this is how they become what is known what they call
that being that we saw.
Yes.
Okay.
Right now, they're trapped. They can't. They're this.
So you are still larva, yes? You are not yet cocoon. You are still human. Correct.
Not for long. I could already feel it affecting.
No worries. Lay down. Lay down. I will isolate you. We will get help. Lay down.
Are you forcing him down?
Yes, I am forcing him down, and I'm pushing the button to close it.
And the two of you are walking while this happened, and
this is gonna look really bad.
He screams something at you. Don't let them get the FTL drive. If they get the FTL drive, they can infect every.
Sir. Okay. And I'm going to enter some sequence to him in the pod. No oxygen, no nothing. Taking it all out.
When do we walk in?
I think we're walking in as the thing's closing.
I don't know if you would know what I was doing, but I am typing away at his pod to deactivate it.
I might have an idea of what you're doing.
I mean, you're all scientists.
It's probably not that hard to figure out
what
I'm doing.
Can I roll an empathy check?
You can. So here's what I'll say. Checks aside. Drabikowski, you can do it, but they're gonna know exactly what you're doing. They won't be able to stop you, but you can do it.
That's okay.
Okay. Kills the.
So, if she's draining it of oxygen, and I do have, I was like, can I just try and break it? I want if there's any sort of opposed check I can do, even if it's breaking the pod. I just see a murder happening, and I just said I didn't trust her.
You could do close combat if you want to break the pod, but
if you want to fight me,
yeah.
Which while that I'm trying to explain no, stop, he's infected.
We don't know what's going on, and you're about to hurt someone.
I'm not hurting him. He wanted to die. He was supposed to die. The others were all killed. He wanted to die.
I need to hear that from him.
Oh my god! And I'm
gonna step. I'm gonna step in between them. I'm gonna step in between them.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go. Okay. What is he infected with?
He wouldn't say. He said it was something that would take over the whole ship. They tried to veer this place to be swallowed by the black hole, but it obviously did not work. And I'm lying slightly. Well, I'm not lying. I'm just admitting the truth.
Lark, you
can
just, really quick.
I'm also buying time.
If you want to, you can just look right now, and they wouldn't be able to stop you.
I can just.
Oh, I can look.
No, Dr. Lark. Something they typed me.
Well, look meaning what? Do I have?
You can just go and be like, what is there?
I'm trying to be low key about that. I'm also trying to stop a murder, so lots happening.
Okay,
I mean, I'll look at the screen. I want to know what's going on.
Hedenstrom is not.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Back to you, Lark.
Something was happening in DMs.
What?
I'm sorry for confusing everyone. I would also like to stop this murder.
I think I can pretty much...
Put it this way, if you don't let me kill him in the pod, I'm gonna shoot him.
But can't we at least, collect, test on him? Can't we...
I already have sample. Don't worry, we can look at it when we find another computer somewhere that'll register blood. Maybe, if the sample was big enough, we'll see. And, you can collect from his dead body. He won't mind. Although I would be careful, since he was infected, and taking something from infected body is how humanity gets smallpox.
Well, that's what you just did, so...
If he wants to die, I need to hear it from him. There's, a lot of ethics going on, and I'd like to just... You are the only one that had the conversation.
Ethics schmethics, I'm trying to save our lives. So sorry you can't understand human issue of saving life, although it seemed like you did earlier.
You are ending
How much longer do I need to do this until he's fucking dead?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I would like to do something physical. This is not a verbal argument.
We're I think we're probably at blocking body thing, that little pushing thing.
Both of you roll me a close combat, and we're gonna see who wins.
Okay, great.
Oh,
it's I'm not gonna talk until this guy.
I'll just be in the middle. I don't think Hedenstrom actually cares if this guy.
So Hedenstrom's just getting shoved back and forth by the two of us.
0 successes.
And he's so much taller than you guys too.
Does that mean I win?
0 successes.
Because you panic.
Who has the bigger pool?
Well, we'll see. I have to write.
You have panic.
Drabikowski.
Oh wait, no, someone has panic.
Yeah, I do. Do I have to roll the panic thing again? Okay.
Roll panic, please.
5. Too bad it's not a 6. That's been pretty safe so far.
Damn, keep it together.
Feels like all of them are keeping together.
It's
So should we roll again?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's see this result. So
Let's
See
anything
if one of us
or
can get a
something.
success.
6 or below is keep it together. Yeah. So
That's cool. 1 success.
3 successes.
Yep.
Smash it.
you smash it open, and like with a gasp, he comes back. Don't let them get the FTL. Don't let them. And then he starts choking.
Well,
on
yeah,
the
I mean,
air.
he's been incorrectly taking out a fucking cryosleep. Any idiot could tell you that that is probably not a great idea ethically.
What happens if
You
they
were
get
gonna
the
kill
FTL?
him.
This is
What
also
happens if they
going
get
to
the
kill him.
FTL?
He starts to shake and convulse as you could see black ooze begins to sip from
Medkit.
his eyes.
No, don't waste your med kit on this.
No,
guy.
truly,
I'm
don't
gonna
waste
take out
it.
I'm gonna take out my collection kit and like
For the black
collect the
shit.
black glue.
God, you too. Where's your
Yeah.
empathy score?
My
I'm a man
empathy
of
score is
science.
in empathizing with myself and my ability to go home.
That's not what empathy is.
He grabs onto Drabikowski
Ah, fuck.
and Lark. Don't let them get the FTL drive. If
Yes,
they-
I'm aware. Get off.
I am
You-
literally just scraping his black tears into my mouth.
This is so fucked.
What's
says
happening?
says that to Dr. Lark and then looks at Drabikowski. You can't be trusted. So
Wow.
fuck you. And then
Fuck
with
you
both of you in
also,
his
you
grasp,
old bat.
he explodes into spores.
Fuck. Well, I'm wearing a suit. I'm
Oh!
wearing a suit.
My head's
you don't-
exposed, and I am
no.
literally next to his
no!
face. So
Everyone
We're all gonna
everyone
die.
take +1 stress first off.
oh, I'm stressed.
Never
Me
mind.
too.
I think I know what's happening, but I
And
don't.
roll me a stamina, please.
We're
Do
gonna
I-
stamina.
No, you do not have to. You're
I also don't think I take the stress because there's a
Two
lot of
success.
overlapping modifiers.
I
Right now.
panic because I'm right next to his face.
Yeah, that makes sense.
roll me a
But I
panic
get
roll,
the
please.
sample, guys. All right, I gotta open the character sheet. I'm gonna panic.
Oh, this is great. Finally, something. Nervous twitch. Your stress level and the stress levels of all PCs in short range will be increased by 1. Everyone take another stress.
Oh no.
I'm up to
that's-
like a lot of stress right now.
I'm at
very
6.
stressed, guys.
Yo.
As
I think
you
I'm at
choke
7.
on the spores.
Yeah.
And
This
Drabikowski,
is round
some
2.
of the spores do get inside your helmet from being this close, but you feel fine.
Okay, well.
I have a
great.
mechanics question.
Yes.
I have a lot of overlapping modifiers, but the most recent story card you gave me brought my stress to 0. Does it keep it at 0?
Nice.
My stress has been all over the like I have no idea if
Yeah,
I
you
take
have.
stress from this or not. So it brings it down to 0, so I cleared it, but I've been gaining it here in this ship, so I cannot tell if that is something.
No, you still gain it. It's just a one-time
Okay.
reset, and then
Okay,
you
that was
get
just
the
like a heal. Great, love it. I have marked those stress.
All right, I'm choking on spores.
This is unpleasant, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not a great time. I miss Adrian.
Drabikowski's stress may be high, but Drabikowski's anger is out of the fucking roof.
I'm just like I have nothing to. I'm just looking.
All
at the
you
two
get
of
is
you.
from Drabikowski's like pointing at like Hedenstrom choking, being like, this is your fault. This is why I was trying to contain him.
I'm
You
gonna
could have
like.
explained that better.
I said he was infected. Do you need me to give you PowerPoint presentation when I make decision to save our lives?
I'm gonna try and get the spores into a tube.
Oh
you
my
can collect
god,
it.
you
You
are
said-
dedicated.
You
I
collected.
am.
You collected some of the black goo. You said, right?
I did black
Yeah.
goo, and now I want some spores.
You have a little kit. It's all labeled.
It's nice.
I'm working on it.
Ooh,
I'm a man with a plan.
You are.
it's funny. Well, you
Oh.
didn't hear it. Oh my god, because you technically have a vial of 26 Dakota strain. That's what they wanted, but you don't know that's what it is because Drabikowski put them down before they could.
Yeah.
But I have their blood.
And I have the black stuff.
Well, you basically
Yeah, but
both
you
have
don't know what that. is.
You both have the same thing essentially. It's just you don't
Yeah.
know. You just don't. Only one of you knows what it is.
Knowledge is power.
That's
And
okay.
I am the one who has negotiated something successfully with that, so we shall see where that goes.
Well, I'm joking.
Yeah.
I come over just to see if there's anything I can do, like a medical aid, even without the med kit.
Pat on the back or something.
Yeah, literally.
You- If what he's saying is true, it sounds like the Perfected want to take the nearest FTL drive they can and use it to basically jumpstart them to any galaxy.
Okay.
Out of character question.
Yes.
Real quick. What is that?
Basically they could infect anywhere. If
The
they have...
FTL.
No, I
drive.
mean the drive.
faster than light travel. It's what you use to
Oh, it's like a warp, like the warp
Yep.
thing from Star Trek.
And since
Just-
since this ship doesn't have it and the Erebos doesn't have it,
Oh no.
I wonder
Oh,
where they
no.
would get the FTL drive from.
Oh no. But Drabikowski would know what an FTL drive was, right?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I have
What?
made-
They're going on our ship.
Oh god.
Oh.
Yeah.
we should
God. Not
get there
our ship.
first.
Not
yeah.
our ship.
Yeah, no, they're gonna take our ship and we're gonna be stranded here.
No, our ship's still broken. Doesn't matter
Well,
as much.
Your ship has an
Isn't it?
FTL drive, so they could
does,
use
that's
that.
true.
Yeah, they could use that.
Okay. Whew. If I knew that, then like okay, then without the out loud bit, then like Drabikowski's just like, oh, shit.
Why would they need the strain? Is it just to get us off the ship so they can go and take our FTL drive?
Well, I
If
feel
you-
like
What?
if they didn't actually need something from us, they wouldn't have asked for it.
You have a feeling the strain will evolve them to actually be able to infect off the ship.
Okay.
Well. Well, this would be a problem if at this point I gave a shit. So
Am I still joking?
I'm
No, you're good.
You're
Oh, I'm good now.
Oh my
okay.
god.
Lost force.
This is hacking up this whole time.
Do you think maybe were the other suits completely unusable oxygen-wise, or could we switch out the helmet for Hedenstrom?
No, there was no suits at all. So Hedenstrom's kind of screwed at this point. Unless you
Yeah.
find out for her.
Well,
Do we
Cool.
get back to our ship then?
Hedenstrom, are you going to live?
I will try. I need to see Adrian first before I go.
I assume Adrian will find us. What are we doing? What's happening?
Yeah, we should go back to the ship, and that way we can at least refuel on oxygen for me.
Yes. Didn't we need parts? Wasn't that what all of you were going on about in the beginning? When
that's-
Ali and I wanted to leave?
We need to get parts to fix the ship before we can leave. Yes.
Do you
But it's
think
also
that
we need to
creature will
fix
let
the
us
ship.
leave?
Well, it seems that they want to leave. We have aligned motives until we don't. The creature and us. It sounds like.
Hmm. I feel like if they wanted to take our drive and they could get on their ship to take it, they would. So I don't know if going back to our ship and therefore granting them access to it is the move
Would
here.
they take the drive and bring it back here? Should we wait?
Well, then I need
Cut
to
'em
find
off?
oxygen. So
Can I check in the computer, like in my computer, just like a map of the ship to see if there's any area that has a higher oxygen level still, like an area that was still sealed off?
Ooh, that you could like get out of. That you get air.
Yeah.
Life support's on deck C.
Okay. It says here that there's still clean and full oxygen on deck C, so you can make it there, I think, still. So we can go there and refill.
I would say, wait a minute. You do have an extra helmet.
Oh, where?
Dr. Lark's helmet
Lark.
is just for show. Yeah.
I'm holding it.
Oh, I'll take it from you.
I was like, I forgot. I was like, oh.
I mean, helmet, yeah, but we still need to go get oxygen.
Yeah, we still need oxygen. So now I'll take the helmet, and then we can...
15%.
we should go to C. We should
15%.
hurry.
But we should
Save
come
your
back here
breath.
after because this is how they're going to leave. Right? Get the FTL drive and come back here? Our ship
Well,
can't fly.
No, but here, I mean, this is just cryo sleep pod. They'll probably need to put it in somewhere by the main frame room where the engine is.
Well,
So-
here is in this ship.
Oh,
that
this
we're
ship,
in.
yes.
This
Um,
little ship.
First, we go to deck C. It's closer, and we need to get oxygen. Then
Yes.
we regroup next steps once we all have clear heads. Some of us require oxygen to have intelligent thought. Or, oxygen in a mirror.
Is that why you tried to kill him?
Sure, let's say that. Let's go. I didn't try, by the way. Congratulations, Dr. Lark. You killed him. And I'm gonna walk out towards C.
Doctor, like, you didn't kill him. You're
I don't believe I did.
You literally
He
smashed the tank
exploded
open and he died.
into spores in front of me. I don't have that ability.
If anything, it was a grand sacrifice in the name of science. Because now we have the spores.
As I walk behind.
Ethical as hell.
Okay.
So, as you're walking out of the ship to the terminal, you pass by and you hear, meow.
Adrian! It's my boy!
Adrian strolls out, but not just Adrian. Adrian with a squirming squid baby still in its mouth.
What a good boy!
Disgusting.
It like rubs itself against like your leg. It's
yeah!
Like,
Yeah!
disgusting.
So now I know that Adrian is my friend and won't run from me. I am going to attempt to take the squid baby and have it drop into a collection jar.
Smart.
I would say this cat has an agenda. I want you all to know that. Like,
I am sure. I am sure.
This cat actually has moves.
That's amazing.
You know what? Hedenstrom, lower your stress by 1.
Yeah, he rubbed against my leg.
That's cute.
He loves me. We're buddies.
One of the fun. So I'll just read you the personal agenda of Adrian because it really just doesn't matter. Eat, sleep, and get the humans to give him all the attention.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
I'm
You had
not
me all
human,
fucked up. I thought
so-
that cat was trying to fucking kill us or something.
No, he's kitty.
He
Yeah,
is
that's his act
kitty.
3, maybe.
Good for him.
All right, so can I collect the specimen?
And as you do, coming out of the shadow, you see a humanoid figure
Oh, not again.
that's actually human.
Huh?
As
Gun up.
coming through, you see a man that looks like at one point in time he was a scientist. Trying to just, he's got like salt and pepper hair. He's got like a beard looks like it's been growing for a while. He's got the full lab coat on, shirt, tie, no pants.
Well,
Cool, I'm gonna take the squid, and then I'm going to, if Adrian will let me, pick him up and put him back in
Adrian
little...
walks back over to
Oh.
this man.
Oh, never mind. Alright, well, thanks for the squid.
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Webb. I sit. He looks totally off his rocker.
Yeah, he needs some pants.
how are you still alive?
I need to finish my work. Finish my work. Stop the station. Stop what's growing here. Yes. The biological neurons of space. Yes, definitely suffering from NDDS.
Dr. Webb, do you have a lab?
And labs. Yes. I have labs everywhere. Labs.
We
I am
don't have
scientist.
oxygen enough for labs.
I
We
know
need to
we're gonna
to
get
sea.
the oxygen first, but then we can
I'm
go
gonna
the
start to
lab.
do a circle around him. Does he have a barcode?
Nope,
Ooh.
he's pretty clean cut. Nope, no barcode.
Okay.
Are you you have the squid baby? Yes, complete serum. Exactly. That's what we need. That's what I need.
Yes, but we're gonna get oxygen first.
No.
Because
Make
we're
compute
about
points
to
to compute.
die.
We need to go to the med lab. Go to the med lab, the research lab. And he like thinks for a minute. Nick is thinking for a minute of where you would go. Yes, we need to go to.
I mean, if there's oxygen in the med lab, then that's great.
The map showed me Deck C. The map did not tell me there was oxygen in the med lab.
Deck D. Yes,
No.
I can make serum. And he leans in. I can
He's
poison them.
Why?
Hedenstrom. He's off his fucking rocker.
We designed
Well, no, that's
it.
very interesting, though. That is an interesting concept to poison them. But why don't we go and get some oxygen together, and you can tell me how we poison them, and then
Yes.
we'll do it.
Yes. Wish I had
You
20,
can come with us.
26 Dracona strain. 26 said heals. It
Stop.
stops infection.
It stops infection. That's awesome. Come with us. Tell me about it. We're gonna get some oxygen, and then I'm gonna go to your lab and test the SWID thing.
Exactly.
Okay?
Do you have pants?
No.
I can't give you mine because then I wouldn't have pants. But maybe we'd find some in the oxygen place because that's like a, what is it called? The life thing? The life chamber? I don't know.
Life
They might
support.
have pants. Life support. You know, life and support. Life is oxygen and support is pants. All right.
Yes, pants.
We're going to deck C. Come on, bud.
I'm behind them because I have the gun trained on Mr. Scientist over here.
He's got
I'm
Adrian
behind
in his-
everyone.
He's got Adrian in his arm. She's like patting it. Yes,
Yeah.
Adrian, we'll get out of here. I know we will.
Yeah.
We'll get out of here. No, we can't get out
Adrian's a good boy. Adrian's a very good boy.
Adrian,
He's been very nice.
of here. We'll die for the cause. Please.
Adrian's not gonna die for the cause. We're gonna keep going.
Yeah. And
I stay behind Drabikowski. I'm not anywhere near the whatever that gun is pointed.
And you get like a side glance. How close have you learned your lesson about physical space, or are you like? Up
I'm
my ass?
exactly like 5 feet away from you.
Excellent.
If
okay.
you measured that
Smart.
shit.
Because I mean you're an android, you could probably legitimately.
Yeah,
see
I am down
exactly
to
5
the.
feet.
Yeah, I like keep your pace exactly without even
5
like
feet
really
and
looking. At you.
eighth.
That's so creepy.
Yeah.
I love that.
Still looking
yeah.
directly at you, eyes locked. If you look back, I'm staring at you.
Can you at least pretend to blink? If you already wear a fake suit for us, you can pretend to need to moisten your eyeballs.
Will do.
I want this guy to like tell me everything that he knows, even if it's crazy nonsense, while we're walking to C.
you see.
I'm trying to filter it out.
So are you stopping at D or going straight to C?
See,
We're going to C first. I want oxygen
Oxygen.
in my blood.
15% is way too low.
He goes and he's like, as you're kind of walking, he's like talking. He's like, don't understand. They're going to infect everything. I need to toss this whole place. We should toss this whole place into the black hole.
No.
It'd be so simple. We just adjust the thruster here, adjust the thruster there. We would be saving everyone.
Let's get some oxygen, because I think you need it, and then we can like talk about this
Sure.
as like a rational plan.
But first, can everyone give me an NDDS roll, please?
Fuck. Wait, what is
that D6
that?
plus NDDS level?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which I believe is, what, 3 now?
I have 2.
I got a 4.
Too.
So I have.
Yeah, I got
have
2.
6
Yeah, two's
in
my
total.
level. Total roll is 4.
And then
So that's-
Okay, so that's 6, 4, and 6.
mhm.
Let me check.
Didn't roll the highest this time. I don't have to get a card. Yes.
Brandy, I'm gonna give you a different card than you normally would get. And I'm gonna give...
I'm going to also while we're walking and I have my nice privacy space of like 5 feet. I'm going to pull my computer like up to my chest and like barely like look at it to type out a quick message that I'm going to send you in Discord.
Okay.
All right, let me look at my card.
I mean, this is kind of happening already, so.
Oh, did you already give me a card?
Not yet. I'm looking through
okay.
which one.
Sure, I can play more into that.
See, it's hard to have a lot of cards that have mechanics on them and they all interact with the other cards. I don't know if that's what's happening, but yep.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Oh, I have to adjust my stats because of that too.
I think I'm gonna... Let's see.
Oh boy. Well,
I'm gonna send you for a little loop, alright?
okay. I'm ready. The,
There you
like,
go.
listening thing. Oh no.
That's always a heartwarming gesture.
How you
so
doing?
This comes into effect immediately, right?
Yep.
So I send off the message,
Mm-hmm.
and then it hits. Does this affect any of my stats? No, right? This is
No.
just narrative.
Yep.
Okay. Whew! Okay. I send the message, I put it down, and this like wave hits me, and I like pause, and I'm looking around.
I also stop because I'm matching pace. Is everything all right? Are you disoriented?
Who the fuck are you?
Okay.
Where
Can
the
I?
Oh,
Is this still the same
okay.
shift? Could I? I'm gonna take the gun out of her hands in this moment.
That was not good. Immediately, like clutching it, like
Hey, it's okay. Trying to help.
We're going to go and get some oxygen, which we're on a spaceship. So,
do you know your name?
What?
What is your name?
Of course I know my name. It's
okay. I'm gonna try and take the gun again. Just slip it out of your hands, because that's not.
I'll let it go. Which
okay.
I hate doing that, but letting it go. Why?
I'm taking full advantage of this card.
Why do you not have pants on? Where are you? Why are you? Do you? Because you were covered in spores and shit. Why are you covered in shit? What the fuck?
Okay.
We need to stop the infection. You are a hero, I can tell.
Wait, my communicator is beeped, and I pick it up, and I'm reading my past log. Drabikowski, interesting. Okay, I still remember how to read, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sick. That was a valid question. I was like,
"That's a great question."
Am I looking at this and it's gibberish, or am I looking?
You're just like reading it upside down.
Is this like Severance style shit, where it's like you know the name of U.S. states, just not the one you're from?
Right.
Or like, where are we at?
Okay. Well, the good news is, whoever, and I have no contact under it because I'm, past me was very clever. It's like, well, something is 2 hours out, so that's probably good.
2 hours out.
But you know what it's not?
Am I Drabikowski? Your silence is strange.
You are.
It's like a very simple question. Am I Drabikowski? Am I not Drabikowski?
Can I read those messages?
No.
You did know Drabikowski pretty well. But Drabikowski's no longer with us. So unfortunately, he was murdered in a cryogenic sleep pod.
Oh.
So
exploded into spores, actually.
It was pretty traumatic.
That's why
that's why I'm covered in spores.
That's Drabikowski.
So why do I have his shit? Wait, does my suit have a name on it? Or are these generic suits?
I don't feel like we have name tags.
They're generic suits.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
We know.
Okay, this is nothing on it. So.
Yeah, they're generic.
I just love that he's just lying.
Look, I think
wait till we find Allie.
That's gonna be great, and it's
gonna be good. So
I'm glad Adelaide doesn't know.
What else did Drabikowski leave for you? He clearly trusted you. She clearly trusted you.
Well, I'm sorry, he or she? You've messed it up now.
I meant to actually say she. Sorry, that was meta. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What did she leave with you? You were in the room alone for a bit before the spores.
And I survived? Well, I guess I'm wearing a suit.
You have the helmet on,
yeah. Wearing a suit. You should always wear a suit. The germophobia has remained. You should always be wearing a suit. Constant disinfection. It says it 2 hours out. I don't know. This only message has no sender.
Would that ring any bells for me? Nope. Okay.
You don't know what
Okay.
could be 2 hours
So
out.
where are we? Did you say where? Why is he not?
So
wearing pants?
that's a very clear. That's a really good question. Where are we right now? First off, NDDS is going to increase by 1.
Wait. For
Uh,
everyone again?
yep. Because
Oy.
we just made a roll. Every time you make a roll, you keep going up.
Oh boy.
So technically, yeah. So you're in the hydroponics garden, which was once probably a very beautiful like epicenter of flora and fauna, has become something a little sinister. Humidity has fogged up all the kind of glass, steaming it up, and the plants have overgrown and mutated essentially into a garden of slimy black resin jungle. And as you look across the trees, you can see beehive-shaped leafy cocoons, which humanoid figures lie in, like they're sleeping.
That's cool.
Hedenstrom, I wouldn't recommend it.
Slight out of character note. Retcon. I misunderstood part of the card. I do know where we are, and I do know what we're doing. I just don't know who I am.
You are.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so
Cool.
going forward.
So you know we're on a spaceship. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I should probably vaguely know where we are, but
Yeah.
I'm going to put the communicator
You were-
away.
you
when you were
really
like,
good
we're on a
friends.
when you were thrown that we're on a spaceship, I'm like, we got a lot to explain.
Like,
No, right? No,
yeah,
we'll-
you know that like you know that you're here to get oxygen.
Yeah, okay. Well, okay, oxygen. Maybe oxygen, remember who I am. Okay, let's go. Uncomfortable with the fact that my gun has been taken away from me. Just gonna
Listen.
just keeping
And now the
physical distance
only
from
one
everyone.
without a human brain has the gun.
I have the highest empathy.
That is true. Yeah, it'd
You
probably be
left
worse
me
give
to
the gun.
die, so
I
You don't
moved.
remember
I see my ass.
You don't know that happened
No, I
anymore.
don't know that. That was meta. That's
Yep.
right. I don't know that happened anymore, but I am
We're friends
uncomfortable.
now. It's great.
Keeping
So is
slight
there
distance
any
from everyone.
oxygen source that we can refuel at?
Yes, you head into you head into the life support center, and boom, you are on the mainframe deck of Mother, which is completely dark right now.
Could I try to turn on the light, get things online?
You can do that. You would have to make me a heavy machinery roll.
Sure.
Let me see.
3 successes.
That's
Nice.
good.
And then someone else can give me a second heavy machinery roll if they're interacting with the life support.
I'll
Okay.
do that. Heavy
Glad.
machinery. 1 success.
Cool.
You have so much stress.
Hedenstrom,
do.
I'm very stressed.
you now have the ability to turn off all life support in decks A to E, F to H, and I to J. If you wanted to. You just need to pull the air scrubbers from whatever one you're looking at. You also can refuel an oxygen here.
I'm gonna refuel the oxygen before I start unplugging life support.
Okay, I would also like to refuel oxygen because I'm
Yep.
sure mine is low.
And as this is going on,
And I
Dr.
still
Lark,
remember to do
you're
that.
able to get the coolant pick going again, flip some breakers, and you see as Mother begins to basically set up.
Great.
And you can see there is a mission recorder, which usually every ship comes with one standard.
Wait, Mother's gonna wake them all up.
And 2, you see a second mission recorder, which strikes you as a little odd.
I would like to come
tapes,
up to be behind you also, looking.
Yeah.
Behind Lark.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'll come up.
imminently in your personal space.
Yeah.
I'll have the turntables.
I'm gonna just make it worse and like put my arm, like grab your arm a little bit, like comfortingly, and it's like, I think we have everything online.
You sit in the chair.
Sure.
As you spin the chair around, everyone gains a stress as you see a charred black body that has been melted to it. A grotesque mishap and deformity. As you look, there
You
is
could have just stood.
a partially melted plastic ID card. Science Officer Clark. The same Clark that has been giving you those logs. And speaking of those logs, you now have access with the mission recorder to the rest of the logs if you would like to listen to them.
I will play them.
Yeah, let's listen.
I will not sit in the chair though.
On his lap.
Beacon activated. Object identified as chair on science boat attached to the USCSS Kronos. Abandoned in system 74 years ago. Mother says Kronos mission classified. Daughter is looking deeper. Shh. Mother locked me out of Kronos network files. Did download logs from Kyram. Black hole singing, question mark. Daughter decrypt. File deleted. 74 years. Or no, sorry. 95 years. Chrono. Encountered. Engineered stellar firming facility. Affected. Red star. Collapsing. Log. Erased. Still. 26 Chakronos strain. Chiron. Strauss's key. Hieroglyphic notebook. Also there. Compare with own findings. Chiron Electro Online. Pulse rhythm like heartbeat. Sync station. Light. Song is changing. Kronos crew. Abominations. Evolved beings. Perfected. They need the FTL. Spread infection. Can we kill it? Can't let them escape. Black hole. And then the rest of the reports go dark.
Who woke you up? Drabikowski's like gonna turn to pantsless scientist.
I've been up. I've been awake.
You don't look 95.
That was the Kronos. I am a member of the Erebus Science Center. And as if listening to Clerk, rest of his report, has given him some sort of like lucidity, he kind of straightens up for a second. Science Officer Clark knew that they needed the strain, knew that they needed the FTL drive. The FTL drive jumps, then they jump and they infect every system in here. But if we toss up the thrusters, we could throw the whole station, including the Perfected, right into the black hole. It would be over. It would be all over. That's what he tried to do. Also, possibility. We could go to Deck D. I could create antivirus. I could shut down the Perfected. We could poison them.
You want us all to die?
No.
No. We're gonna do the serum thing.
Serum.
We're gonna do science.
Wouldn't poison us. Would poison them. We can clear Erebos and then possibly fix ship and leave, or wait. We can. Yes. There are lifeboats. We could take lifeboats. Lifeboats are infected, but serum could clear infection.
Okay. I am aboard for the serum operation, just because we have the ingredients. So might as well give it a try, right? We are people of science. Notice I didn't say men, because I'm not the only
You're the only
Congratulations.
man here.
I'm just saying. I want to be inclusive.
I have an out of character question.
Yeah.
Because of my card, where it says like I still know what I'm doing. So I do know who those messages that I got are from and what they're for. I just don't remember why I sent them.
Yes.
Correct? Ooh, okay, cool. Then I lied my ass off to you guys earlier. Good to know. Okay.
I mean, I assumed that every word out of your mouth was a lie.
Oh no, I mean I'm not in character in my head.
No, I know.
Oh yes.
We can just you can make us believe whatever you want to make us believe.
The second mission recorder, by the way, because I feel like this will affect the scene, has the classification of decryption from Project Ironfish.
I think
Nick, I sent you a Discord message.
Okay, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I got too caught up on the sauce.
I would like to plug my computer kit into the second mission recorder while I'm here. So that would ring a bell.
And as you begin to download the data, and everyone can see it, you can see that it looks like the Airboat Station. For the past 6 months, this Project Ironfish is a communications hijacker. It has been hijacking and decrypting signals from the Union of Progressive People, the UPP, for Wayland Yutani, essentially spying on them as all the data begins to pour in. confidential movements, plans, everything.
Interesting.
But there
Is
is
this even a prison?
is it even a what?
A prison? Like, there's so much happening here. Go on,
Yeah.
please.
And there seems to be there's something I want to ask you that's on your out of character and in character. You have possible options, but I want to know, what is your next move? What is the goal? Are you going to complete the serum? Are you going to give over the possibility of the 126 Draconis strain over to the perfected? Or are you going to do something else?
I'm going for the serum.
Is this you're
And
asking
both
everyone?
in me,
Yes.
both me and
I think
Hedenstrom.
just with my whole ethics dilemma, I think the best answer is to poison the perfected. I also didn't communicate with them. So I'm the only one who didn't know about the offer. You've just been talking to each other about it. So I 100% poison them, get on their ship, get out. Take the pantsless man or not, I don't really care.
I just want to conduct science.
I am just trying to stay alive so that I can get out.
And I think with there, as something happens, as we see a large ship, like fighter ship almost, begin to pull up towards the Erebos into one of its side ports, with the UPP insignia on the back of it. It looks like, for better or worse, rescue has arrived. And we'll find out what happens next time on Alien Anthology Heart of Darkness, the finale next week. See you all there. And just to expedite the process, we're going to, on the count of 3, let's take a deep breath and get ourselves out of this very intense session. 1, 2. Take it away, Brandy. Tell them who you are once more and let them know what you got going on.
Hi everybody, I'm Brandy, aka Brandy Rose, at the Brandy Rose on Twitter, at Brandy Rose Official on Instagram, and /cutestpatoot here on Twitch and on TikTok. I am a producer both for web series, TTRPGs, and podcasts. I'm the head of the Patoot Podcast Network, of which we are, by the end of this year, going to be 10 shows strong. Very excited about that. We're looking at our first affiliates as well, which is very exciting. Apart from that, I also teach people game design, and I'm a game designer myself at cutestpatoot.itch.io. I design streaming kits. I do graphic design, asset design for APs. I help teach people how to finance and budget and pitch APs, and pretty much everything around entertainment that you can imagine, including really anything. So if you want to work with me in any capacity, guarantee you it'll be an option. You can hit me up on Twitter where the DMs are open, or you can go to brandyrose.carrd.co, which has all my contact information in it. And I'm super excited to have been here, Dr. Drabikowski.
Zoe.
Hi, I'm Zoe. You can find me at FireTruckThis on Instagram and at _FireTruckThis on Twitter. Couldn't get both, so sad. I'm a creator and existentialist, and I love to tell stories. This is my second stream game ever. I'm very excited to be a part of it. I'm always looking to play with other folks and stream other games, so keep me posted and keep me in mind.
And finally, Paula.
It's me, Paula Hawthorne. I'm a horror GM. I'm an artist. I'm an audio engineer. I do all sorts of things. You can find me at Art and Audio on Twitter. I just do Twitter. I have some cool stuff coming up that I can't announce yet, but keep an eye out for August and September. I've got some cool things happening. And I also want to jump in here and mention that you can find Adelaide at Adelaide on Twitter, and you should totally follow her and do all the wonderful things. I am devastated that we couldn't have this extra player with us, but I think when we casually name drop the relevant NPC that we have met during the session when we all rejoin next week, it'll be worth it, honestly.
And who knows what Captain Alley is getting up to while we're all doing this.
We'll just have like a solo session. We'll
There you go.
turn off our cameras.
And everyone, I was your game mother, Nick Francia. You can find me at Nobleman Nick. Stay tuned in for more awesome Gehenna Gaming stuff that you can see me on over on Devil's Luck Gaming, as well as over on Carrying Comfort Studios. Future projects, a lot that I can't tell yet, unfortunately. We just got some great costume tests for Neon X's Evangelion. Hopefully I can show you those off pretty soon. Other than that, that was me. Thank you all for watching. My cast, y'all were amazing. Everyone, have a great night. And remember, in space, no one can hear you have fun, except for everyone.